Hello there, YouTube. Wow, check this out. 41 degree Saturday the 6th of January. Look at this. What is that thing pushing light out? This is only for a short period of time today. There was a window. I don't want to sound like a steam locomotive just blew its horn. Must be just dreaming and hearing things. But look at those blue skies. That's just a regular train. But yeah, let's work at getting that finish up on putting the 350 together. We'll try putting those the mirrors and the seat springs on. Wonder if something else I got too. I think it's the mirrors and seat springs are the big thing. But let's go in there and tackle that thing. I was hoping something would look different out here from when I left last night. Come on, none of you guys pitched in and helped clean your sister up out here? Yep. Hadn't a single thing been touched or moved. I got those bungs. I don't know if I told you I got those from Hitchcock too. I found these. I think these are actually some kind of a plug, either for, I think they're off of a Polaris or something. They're those ones that have the kind of they zip in and they hold real tight. Look good, except for, plastic has that weird little seam where it was made. Those are almost just, you don't even realize they're there. These kind of stick up and make you question what they were. At least they do to me. I go, well, what was it? Oh, that's where a mirror was. But, it's better than just having the open hole. The more these, very cheap remanufactured versions of the originals, until you look at the ones on the 650, you go, yeah, that's the way that. Even look at the clamp, how that clamp goes around. Look how it is on this one. There's a bunch of slag everywhere and stuff. But, for the price. And, I keep saying that to myself because these things are like $260, $270 or something nowadays. But I paid $57 for these. Tax and everything. But that deal's over. And the mounting stuff, they come with the correct stuff to make them work on the 350. Who knows? They're probably the same thing as the 650. I don't know. But anyway, they are what they are. Anyway, let's get this thing buttoned up and play with other things. Seat springs. I still can't figure out that spark plug. There is no direct, so I got the Champion number, and I have the Bosch number that Royal Enfield suggests, and that's what it says it came with. But I think I ran into that on these too. I think they had Champions. One of them did, or maybe all of them did. I don't know. The manufacturer's using Bosch, but here in the States, for whatever reason, they got Champions in them. But yeah, it's a long threaded. I just can't figure out which one it is. So, I don't know. We'll sort something out. It's a protruding tip plug, which I knew that. But the threads are longer. Come on, old buddy. I tried to get you to come in when I come walking in here, but no. He has to do this delayed thing and then come scratching on the door. Watch out. Don't be sniffing around my gas tank there, dog. There he goes. One of his spots. He either sits over there by that little heater, or he lays right here in between the Himalayans. Funniest thing. Anyway, let's get her done. We'll find some fun stuff to play with today here. You have any idea how long 15 minutes is to just sit here? It's like, oh, I don't know what the cycles is. It's showing us like it's saying it's got 40 RPMs, but regardless. Anyway, you got to sit here. You can't let it idle. You got to slowly cycle between 2,000 and 3,000. Just slowly 3,000, 2,000, 3,000, 2,000, 3,000, 2,000. All the while watching the clock. And you got to do it for 10 or 15 minutes. I do it for 15. And because you're not doing a cold start and letting it idle for 15 minutes, it's not mapping. So it's just hucking and bucking. You roll off and it's bang, bang. So once it completely cools back off again, I need to do a 15-minute, let it sit and idle until it maps itself. But yeah, you immediately just pick the RPMs up. I let it idle for like 2 or 3 seconds to make sure the oil went up. And yeah, right from there, it says don't let it idle. So anyway, it's like 15 minutes seems like an hour. You're sitting there watching that tack. You're going up and down watching that tack. But it did well. The mapping didn't like it because I'm moving around. You have to dead throttle them for 15 minutes from a cold, stone cold start for 15 minutes to make it, make the ECM auto adjust. Well, the ECM goes, well, that cam wasn't here before, so I don't like this at all, so I'm going to huck a buck and poof and do some weird stuff here for a bit. Anyway, there she is. Cam's in it. Runs good. No leaks. She's a happy little gal. Can't wait till the weather gets nice enough that I can go out there and ride the thing. Really looking forward to that. No leaks, no codes. I guarantee you she's not got any condensation hiding in there now. Nothing like just roasting them sitting still like that. Anyway, a little woman stuck her head in here about 5 minutes ago and said lunch is ready. I said, well, I can't do anything about that right now, unfortunately. I said, I gotta wait until 20 till before I can stop. Alright, I'm gonna go in there and eat lunch. Get some of the fumes out of here, even though I got doors cracked and there's a good flow in here. It's still kind of gassy. Alright, I'll come back to you. We got other little projects about to start here. I think the first thing I'm going to tackle is the springs. So this bolts down in the frame underneath. Like this would be the right side. There's a little thing that clicks to, and this holds that spring on there, and then the hex bolt or the 10 millimeter. Oh, I got that backwards. No, that's right. This is going to go through and come through the top of the spring, and that will bolt in where the seat is mounted straight to the frame. It's still going to do that, but it's going to have a spring attached to it. And the tricky thing is getting these Allen screws in the frame through this little hole. But it looks like there's plenty enough room. I'll take the rear seat off again, so that'll give me extra room to get in there and put that in. I'll just use the Easy Red with a little short 1/4 inch 5 millimeter. I'll get in there. It's no big deal. It's not my first rodeo. Alright, that's it for now. So I last talked to you guys about 5 hours ago. I went in and had lunch, and after that Kelly started a movie on Netflix. She's just flipping around looking for something to watch and come across this old Tom Hanks, I don't know if it's old, a Tom Hanks movie called A Man Called Otto. A Man Called Otto. Dude, that thing is good. But I came out here, spent a little time, and I put the springs on. So I ended up, it is too tight for me to, I'm talking them dog hairs. It is too tight for me to even get that Easy Red with a little short stubby on there. So there's one coupler, 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts to a piece of cardboard on the ground. Just takes seconds to take the fender off of this thing. And it comes, the whole frame and everything is one piece. And super easy to do. So that made it really easy to get in there and do it. So I was experimenting because it is a little bit of a hassle to take the seat off. So one thing I can do very easily, I can get to these, those 5mm nuts there. I can get to those super easy. So I can get, I mean, the Easy Red gets right in there, knock those things off. But you don't really need it. You take the seat bolts out, the 2 right there, take the seat bolts out, and there's enough flex in the springs that doing. And if you're taking the tank off, you could probably do it by yourself, but if you had somebody help you, because that seat frame does cradle the chassis there, I'd be afraid of it moving around and maybe scratching something underneath there. You probably never see it, but a scratch is a scratch. You just have someone kind of hold the seat for a second and you can pop the tank off. It's got enough flex in it. It's just you're bowing the springs, and they're not doing anything on this one. It's still a solid mounted seat. It just looks like it's a Springer seat, but does not function as one. But I like that look. It looks complete. I mean, they're not doing anything, but it looks like a Springer seat. And it just looked odd, like it was just floating in air, the way the frame works. So that looks downright proper right there. So I when I first came out here, I came out at one point, I was like I don't know, about 4 o'clock, and did the other 15 minutes on it. Just let her sit there and idle and tune herself in. Had her fan down. Ended up being about 18 minutes, and yeah. After that, I whoop-ow, and it's just nice and clean and crisp. Nothing like the first run where I had to hold it 2,000 to 3,000 RPMs. And she was hucking and bucking there for a bit, but yeah, it worked out well. So I'm thinking now of putting the mirrors on, even though it's almost 8 o'clock out here. It's getting late quick. Yeah, it's 25 till. But the mirrors, it just bolts on the end. And but you gotta fiddle with them. When the first couple of rides, I'll have to bring an Allen wrench and I think a 10mm, maybe 11, for the bolt at the back, because they're not on a ball. They kind of have a. Do I have them here? No, I don't have anything like that here. They do have like a little sliding plate that they work on, but the idea is to have them solid. So here's the stadium mirrors there. Looks pretty straightforward. I think we should do it. Them things look pretty cool. Well, let's go play. Not quite as stealthy as the black mirrors, but they look good. And the nice thing is, they kick out while you're riding, and you can just flip them in when you want to tuck them in tight. That's really nice. I mean, that's a nice wide thing. And if you're a lane splitter or whatever, just kick them in a notch. And if you want, if it doesn't hit the tank, you can flip them all the way around upside down. Heck, they might even work turned in like that. But I would imagine probably see your elbows. But yeah. The bars fit, the mirrors fit. So that'd be easy to do if you're in a country or a state, which is one at the moment, California, that allow that. You just flip them in and do some lane splitting. And when you're not, you're getting a very, very clear view. These are only, that's it. There's nothing else that I've been chomping on about doing to it. And there we are. I always get that way. There's things that I come up in my head. I have kind of this list, and I do them, bit by bit, like I did the 650, like I did the Himalayans. The only thing I'm thinking additional is putting a cam in my Royal Enfield. But we'll see how this thing runs, and I'm sure I'm going to like it. But yeah, that's nice. Spyder, I'm done. And now it's just like the 650 and the Himalayans and my Harleys. Little things come up like the road trip. I did the USB little dongly thing that I put on there. And the hand guards, or I guess you can call them that. Those Memphis shade things. I still want to throw the stock seat on there and take it for a ride that way. But there's nothing else. This will be 4 years here coming up that I've had this thing. I don't do anything to them. I get them to where I like them. Usually it's some kind of a tuning thing of some sort. Study, find out what works without doing a bunch of weird stuff or having to adjust all the time. I haven't done anything to that iron in probably 8 years, 9 years. I think the last thing I did to the iron was the seat. That was it. Kelly, she no wants or desires for her. You just get them to where you like them, and then from there you just ride them. Haven't done anything to the GT since 2001. Finished all that stuff that winter of 21. Perfectly happy. It does everything I want it to do, and no desire to do a cam or anything weird like that. I just like it the way it is. But there we are. Now, we need to get some rides going. Well, hello there, YouTube. Man, what a kickback, relaxing day. Mm-hmm. Just very relaxing, tinkering around with your own motorcycle and fiddle farting with this and that. Except for I've done everything I wanted to do to it. I'm kind of at the end, but that's all right.
He'll find another project.
Then Kelly and I watched never even heard of this movie before. A man called Otto.
Yeah.
Wow.
So good.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Never even heard of that thing. Wow. That one just snuck right up. Kelly started it, and we were having lunch, and I just kind of got into it, and next thing you know, we sat there and watched the whole thing. That was really good.
That was really good.
Heck yeah. But anyway, I think on this cold, quiet, not raining night,
yeah,
we're going to roll out. Looks like about 8 o'clock there's a chance of rain. And then it's past 8 already.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't rain.
Come and win.
Yeah. And tomorrow's just going to be cloudy and cold. So hopefully we can get out for a little rip.
Yeah.
So keep your fingers crossed for that.
Mm-hmm.
And on that, we're going to roll.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. And you guys have an amazing Sunday or Monday.
Heck yeah. All right.
I see you in the morning.
We'll see you then. Bye now. Thanks for watching.
Yes.